Good evening to you all. Wherever you are joining me at this hour, you are welcome to 51 edition of Investdata Trading Academy Live with Ambrose. Yes, I will tell you that the global market is becoming more risky. At the same time, no messier as selling momentum or pressure is mounting up in major markets of the world. I will tell you, we are seeing escalating what says panic selling already in some major market at this hour. It tells you that things are not looking too good. In matured market as we speak. In the face of oscillating oil price as we speak, oil is also around the 105. Will tell you the oil price continue to work to oscillate. Don't forget that the commodity market has a lot of influence in other markets, especially as we are seeing what is happening today. That every central bank of the world is trying to manage what inflation. As I just said yesterday, they are still on it. And today, all eyes on US meeting, whether as I said, going to hike what rate, and that also going to put pressure on their own no matter. But in the midst of all this, I will tell you that investors in those mature markets are also aligning their portfolio in those industries and sectors that they see there is value that the companies in that sector is going to also go with the trend of the inflation and also post good number. Put back home here, we're also teaching and telling investors that is way to go. Even when inflation, we are not started hiking our rate here, we're already seeing what is happening in inflation. And when there is rate hike, the major sector that will benefit immediately from it is the financial sector, the banking and all those stuff. But as we speak now, investors are trying to like go around it and see how they can invest profitably in this market at this season. And that is why we are saying that the market is this, that is it like this. But that should not panic any one of us that is in the market at this hour. But rather, it's for us to invest what intelligently. Use your stop loss, use your other technical tools to take advantage, because I'll tell you market is becoming riskier in the market. Why here in that back home in the market here, we are seeing that profit taking have just started yesterday. Put today, you can see that prices are not moving up the way we saw in the last almost 11 days. But now we're seeing a slowdown. But those companies that posted also positive number at this morning, you can see that market trying to respond to those numbers. That's why I tell you that your chart will always tell you what is happening in the market. When you see those companies chart looking up, that's why live trading also is very important for you to look at what is happening in that space. Once you know what is happening in that space, it gives you an idea on how to want to make your informed investment decision. You don't need to rush into your decision. Rather, look at what is happening in that space and know what to do exactly before you buy into them. That is why at this moment are coming, it's giving you an insight what to do for the rest of financial year. Because this is just a new year. We're just seeing the first quarters of this company, telling you what I've done for that the 3 months, March, February, January to March. Don't forget that, like I said yesterday, that when you send your child to school, at the end of the term, it comes with what? A report card. Also, these quoted companies, at the end of every 90 days, that is a quarter, they send you the result to know how they are fair for that period, so that you as an investor, whether if you also hold your investment in that company or you sell down. That is why during any season, you see a lot of activities in the market, you see positive momentum, you see increase fund or liquidity in the market. You see also buying sentiment or selling sentiment. But as yesterday, what we saw yesterday in the market is just profit-taking activities. It's not just that the market is bad, because more companies are yet to release the world their unlimited account for Q1. That means as they are coming in, what you don't need to just position yourself along that line. Those sectors that that they're able to hedge against inflation. Like I told you earlier, that in all this, if you are looking at the world of risks for real estate business, and those are companies that are listed in a state that has real estate business, is where but that is the only way to hedge against inflation. Another one is through equity. Those equity is those companies that even when there is high cost, in cost of their production, and increase the prices of their goods or services, and able to pass this to their consumers. That means at the end of the day, their bottom line will also be positive, because they have shifted that cost to their consumers. That means these are very but know that there's a company that immediately they increase their services, the price of their services, investor will dump, consumers will dump that company's product. Automatically, it's going to affect their bottom line. They start posting red. Their stocks or their goods remain on the shelf of the stores, either in the supermarket, they are because people are not buying, because increase in their price. That means as you are investing, these are actually I call it simple model to know what is behind the numbers you are seeing, because because you must understand the company you're investing, what is their business model, quarter of the year do they make more money. If you understand this, you don't need to panic. But for me, that's why I said you must take something from any of our meeting every day as you're meeting by this hour. At the end of the class, if you say something that will take go and impact in your work, in your portfolio. Don't just attend the class for just 30 minutes and just remember where you are. No, you must take something, go back to your portfolio and work on it. Just like when you go to see your doctor, prescribe drugs for you, go back home and take those drugs so that you do it. Also, if you want to really stay ahead of the market, also increase your profitability level, you must practice what you are learning. That is different. And also, I said earlier, you must also know how to play with your stop loss, your entering and your exit strategies must be intact. And at the same time, you must also know exactly when to take profit. Like I told you earlier when I'm starting that I'm in a conference, you might hear some noise at the background. Don't mind. No, as from tomorrow I'll be in my office. Just take it, it's part of one. I don't want to keep you in the air or to keep you waiting. I just say, okay, let me find a space and also share a little that the market is happening at this hour. Yes, quick one before we go into the live class. I want to look at the market news that have hit the market this hour. And also, as at yesterday, the one that came after we closed our class yesterday. As at yesterday, at the end of market, the we saw the earnings from UBA. UBA released a very impressive number from UBA, which I think good one for UBA. UBA top line was up by 18.31%, moving from 155.45 billion to 183.9 billion as gross earnings. A PAT, who alleged that PAT is what every investor is interested to know. After tax, every company has taken care of their expenses, they pay tax. What is left behind is what they're going to share for you and I as an investor in that company. Their PAT moved from 38.16 billion to 41. I'll tell you, UBA is moving up. It tells you what is happening in that kind of bank. I can see the price is selling. For me, I see value in UBA. That is why you need to also look that way of that stock. Their earning per share move in the same direction from 1 naira 12 kobo to 1 naira 21 kobo for Q1. You can see, you can really look at the end of the year to see UBA around 440 or 450 in terms of earnings. That will also impact their payout at the end of the day. Their profit margin, I will tell you that profit margin tell you how prudent, how efficient these companies are. For UBA, their profit margin dropped from 24.44% to 22.57% for the period under review. Then look the way of GT code. When GT code former Guaranteed Trust Bank, because the holding company they've changed their name. You can see this is the first time we're seeing their first quarter, but the other one came in. But as we speak now, we're seeing that the GT code gross earnings was up by 12.65%, moving from 106.17 billion to 119.6 billion, representing 12.65% as we speak. Then the PAT also was up by 40 was up. Sorry, PAT was down marginally by 5.13, moving from 45.55 billion to 43. You can see that there was a marginal decline in GT code, and that also reflected on their EPS. EPS dropped from 1 naira 55 kobo to 1 naira 47 kobo for first quarter. In that direction, you can see this bank will say that it's the most efficient bank, most effective run bank in Nigeria. You can see how the performance also building gradually. The PAT, the profit margin for GT dropped from 42.90% to 36.1. You can see that this bank was kind of we are applauding for a long time because of the efficiency, and also that it's also building. But also 36.13 is not bad. Let me tell you that in every 1 naira they are retaining about 36 kobo as well as profit. It's a good one. It shows how efficient they are. But there are some surprises that are coming from some companies that are I see them to be baby companies, but now they are coming up rapidly in terms of performance. The first one I will look at is the UPDC. I believe those are foreigners in Investdata. As they see this number, I think they will be thinking that yes, Ambrose has stopped to another oracle. No, another oracle is just an eye to see where the company is going. I told you earlier that this company is likely to turn into profit, in the nearest future, and it's coming fast, in their Q1. For me, this is very, very impressive. I'll say it's fantastic, even fabulous for for UPDC to read this kind of number as to speak now. It's a good one, moving from a negative position to a profit. It says that the company is coming back. You can see UPDC, their revenue turnover, anything you call it, or sales revenue or top line, I don't think you want to call it. It moved from just 72.744 million to 780.78 million, representing about 978% growth. This is massive. Then the PAT, which is I said earlier what we are interested in, moved from a negative 399.10 million to 128.81 million, representing 130% up. It tells that they have moved from a negative of 399 million to 120.8 million. You can see remember, take what you take, that you must cover all your loss first before you now turn into profit. You can see that is a huge return and very powerful for UPDC. And I said it earlier, even on the TV last time, that as we're in inflation era, it was seen that inflation pressure is mounting. We don't know what the figure for the month of April will be by next week, in the month of May. As it comes and also it crosses the 16%, that will put pressure more on those fixed income market and fixed income instrument. Why equity market become a place? But you need to see that this estate or REIT related companies or product is where you should be looking at, because as we speak now, the business of UPDC. You can see the numbers are already changing. In this period now, we expect kind of improve activities in this sector. That we're already having a infrastructure issue, especially housing issue in Nigeria, especially in Lagos. I can tell you that these people have a lot of business to do, and with this number, they are heading to somewhere. Another hotel resorts, all these service companies that came from Capital Hotel Q1 2. It's also looking up for me. It's not bad. You can see they also moved from a negative position to a positive position. Their turnover or top line moved from 560.8 million to 1.25 billion. Like I see the massive growth there. So also moved from a negative 149.97 million to 9.11 million. Good. You can see that the company is coming back gradually. For them to move from, like what we saw in UPDC, move from EPS of negative 0.02 to positive 0.01. Good. And for Capital Hotel, we're seeing that from a negative of 0.09 to 0.0 positive 0.05. Tells you these companies are coming back. But tell you the final one that's really also so outstanding, but only that investors should look at it very well. But I see potential in this kind of companies. These are second-tier banks that are coming up, because you saw what Fidelity posted last year. Now we're not seeing Fidelity first quarter. We're seeing FCMB first quarter already. You can see this is a good number from FCMB to start the new financial year 2022. You can see that their gross earnings moved from 43.524 billion to 58.31 billion, representing 34% of growth. For me, it's a good one. PAT moved in that direction from 3.57 billion to 5.17 billion, representing 45% growth in bottom line. EPS also maintained that direction from 0.8 to 18 kobo to 26 kobo. Good one, but only that the profit margin also was up marginally, still below our standard. I said in Investdata, once your profit margin is below 10%, see that the company is not still struggling in terms of efficiency. You can see that at this point now, their profit margin moved from 8.20% to 8.87%. Fine, there's an inch up, but not too attractive. But I'll tell you, the performance is fantastic. But you can see the EPS of already of 26 kobo for first quarter. You can now project or forecast for around 1 naira 15 kobo for the full year 2022. All things being equal, let's see how it's going to play out into the future as the market continues to also the year continue to roll. Don't forget that this pre-election year, a lot of things can happen. But also remember that pre-election year, also expect that the politicians also spend more to finance their activities. That also money flow around the system. It has the way of also taking time to the equity market. Don't forget that also there's uncertainties that comes with pre-election year. People can start selling down, see the market turning to red overnight because they want to save their safeguard their money. I mean, if you are investing, don't be carried away with market direction, either up or down. Let your stop loss and also take away emotion in your decision taking when it comes to equity trading. I tell you, stocks are not like wife will buy and keep a house. These are what you buy, you make money instead. Don't fall in love with any name of company that Nestle, Cadbury, Nigeria Brewery, MTN. What's the word name of? Don't fall in love. You are there to just make money and go out. Only if you just hit your target. That's why before you enter, you must have your entering and exit plan, have your profit target, and have your stop loss to guide you in all this. Yes, people want to look at the state of the market now as to speak. As to speak, I'll tell you that the market is still in green. Yes, marginally green, but still in green. And that is that the market has extended its uptrend until today's close. That is like counting it as 12 straight days. But this morning, market is in green. We are seeing activities coming up, but see, we are seeing that the market breadth already is also in negative. Where we have about 17 losers against 13 gainers. That is a negative market breadth. But the offshore index that measure the market performance generally is up marginally with 0.06 as to speak at this hour. But among the top losers, I want to mention out of the 17 losers at this hour, the top ones are Ikeja Hotel, followed by Livestock Feed, and also this consolidated Hallmark Insurance, and FCMB and Unity Bank. These are the top. There are others in that category that also I can see the life of GTCO, Zenith Bank, and Entana Oil on that loser chart at this hour. Then on the gainers side of it, we can see Academic Press leading the 13 gainers for this hour, followed by Cadre, UPDC. As I mentioned, the number of UPDC, the outstanding number, is already reflecting, which I believe that of FCMB might change anytime because the number is also outstanding. With all the life of gainers among the top gainers, and UACN among the top gainers out of the 13 gainers. These are the top ones that are ranking 5. Then don't forget that in equity investment, volume is like fuel. I always say that this is what gives the market, even the market or individual stock, the power to go up or down. When you see a stock that is going up in volume and price is going up, something is happening. That the stock is going down and volume is going up, people are dumping. These are why you always want to look at the volume of the share traded, where the price is going, what the company earnings is going. As we speak now, the top volume, which also led yesterday, is Transcorp. Transcorp is trading about almost 18 million shares as we speak now, followed by WAPCO, Lafarge Africa, as one following on the top on the volume, then followed by UBA, Fidelity, and UPDC. Because that UPDC is, tell that something happened in UPDC. For it to be among the top gainers, also be among the top volume traded stock. Tell that you can see the importance of a company posting a positive number. There will be attraction. Investors have to look the way of that company, no matter what it is. Especially there's opportunity that this company will maintain that trend going into the future. We have seen that in Q1 now they have turned positive. That trend is likely to continue for UPDC going to the new financial year. Look forward to see the end of Q2 comes end of June by God grace. These are the state of the market as we speak now. But as usual, before we go to chart, we want to look at the top trade now. I want to look at what is happening in Cabri at this hour with our chart, what is happening in UPDC, Guinness, and USC. Then we quickly go to FCMB that just posted the prices number to see what is happening there. Finally, we can look at the WAPCO, because yesterday we charted the Transcorp. Then we can look at the WAPCO to see what is happening in WAPCO. We have seen the pricing number for UBA. Then tomorrow we can also look at those ones, depending on the market. But people want to look at what is happening in the general market. Let's go to our live chart to tell you what the chart is saying about the market at this hour. That's what we'll be looking at now. Yeah, this is the live chart now. You can see it here. This is the live chart as we speak. This is what we call index action in terms of candlestick. You can see the candlestick is looking up. But when it comes to today, you can see it has not made either a leap up or down, just like the thing is trending, as you can see from there. But to make it look attractive for you to analyze it easily, you need to call up our T line. Our T line, I would say that T line is a what? Moving average exponential 8 is the T line. Depends on the one, but for Investdata, that's what we use to capture our in and out of our position. Then we use the MACD also. We also use the word money flow index. Why money flow index? To tell you where fund is entering in the market or when fund also is leaving. Right? You need to use the word your money flow index anytime you are looking at the market, so that you get an idea of what is happening. Is investors looking that way, or you are not dumping the stock? When you see fund entering to the stock, tell that there's what they are seeing. That is that trend or that momentum will be sustained. But when you see fund leaving that, tell that the party is over. That's why we don't wait until the party is over while we are still dancing. No, because we're going to leave the dog with a pack, because people don't want to leave the party to go out. When the occasion is high, that's why you always set your profit target. You sell at the right time and go out. But when everybody in that position wants to sell, nobody is ready to pick it. That's why when you don't wait for the party to go up before you start going out. Once the occasion is still high, when you are meeting your target, you sell. But when everybody is leaving, so that there will be kind of They'll be kind of jump back at the door. That is why you don't wait until market everybody's selling before you start. That's why I say don't follow bad wagon. Set your goal from the one you're entering the stock, because it is your goal will guide the kind of stock you should buy, the kind of sector you should be, and the kind of how long you're going to stay in that position. That is why setting out your goal before you go into trade, having plan, having education, and having tools are very, very important in any market you are trading. Whether you are trading FS, you are trading cryptocurrency, you are trading commodity, oil, or anything you are trading, you need to understand how to use your stop loss, and especially you are using chart or you are using tech analysis to know what to do. It's very, very important. Yes, quick one. Let's just quickly look at what is let's follow our indicators that we use for this class so that we can continue our discussion. Yes, here we'll go up here. We'll call our MACD here. You can see the volume already. The volume is very important when you are charting. You take your money flow. Then we'll now go back to look at what our moving average exponential 8. That is very, very important. Now it's showing us now here. You go there and convert this 9, this 9 to what? To this 9 to what? To 8. This is nice to tell us how to change it to 8 so that we know exactly what is happening. Don't need to leave it at 9. I see it at 9 here, but we need to change it. We use 8 in Investdata, and that's why we're coming back here to look at what is happening here now. Okay, the EMA is not going to, it's not changing. It should be no, the indicator is not. Well, then you can still go ahead to use this one. You can see the blue line here. You can see the blue line. But you know, I use it most often. On the blue line, market is still strong. I will tell you that once you see the index action above the T line, tell you that the market is strong. This T line is very, very good in any market cycle or any market condition, whether in the bear market or in the bull market. You need to look at what is the T line and the index action or price action is doing, because price is very, very important in equity investment. No matter what a stock price will tell you what is happening. That's why when you say MTN is selling for 230, 213, 207, it give you the kind of company. When you say the Nestle is selling for 1,000 300, it tell you that. When you say someone is company is selling for 20 kobo, it comes down to price is very, very important to know, because it tells you immediately what the company look like and what in making money. That's what the price going to look at. Where the price going? Is it going up or going down? That's why I said price is very, very important when you are doing equity trading. Yes, you can see here, come back to see the indicators. The volume is here. We are seeing relatively low volume at this hour. And you can see that MACD is still bullish. But if you look at money flow is already turning marginally here. See, it's still very strong around the 89, which is good. There is France is entering the market powerfully. But we want to look at 1 hour chart now to see what is happening in 1 hour chart, to see exactly 1 hour chart. If you look at this 1 hour chart now, you can see from here that on 1 hour chart, this you can see the market is not too looking too good in 1 hour chart. You can see red already, but see above the T line. Tells you that there's no cause for alarm. But I don't forget that yesterday I told you that market is ripe for what? For politicking. After market have rallied for almost straight 11 days, you need to take for it. Don't be carried away. Don't forget that also this any season. Yeah, after any season, what next? Market has to wait for another any season. Get another information. Also, there will be World Cup portfolio reshuffling on the strength of the numbers after players have digested this number. They know when to move their fund to. That will also be going on. But now that we are seeing the momentum is high, take profit from good position you have made. Don't be greedy, because the same market that gave you that profit, I quality take it from you. That's why most long-term investors, you see their stock going up, they don't sell. When they come that they are still holding. But you as informed, as a survey, investor, intelligent investor, you don't need to be carried up on that market. Once you have your target, hit it and also run away from that position. That is where you should go at this hour. But the market on our chart is not bad, but it's a sign that market is becoming weak already on our chart. Yes, quick one. Let's look what is happening in Capri and others. Let's see what's happening in Capri at this hour. What is happening in Capri? Let's see what's happening in Capri at this hour now to know exactly what you and I should do if you are having position in Capri. Yes, this Cabri, this 1 hour chart for Cabri. You can see Cabri is below what the T line. Tell that this stock for me. Yes, we saw an uptrend this morning on a day chart, but 1 hour chart there that this stock is still very weak, and you have to mind also. Only thing we can look at, if you look at the money flow on the 1 hour chart, it's still looking up. That's why it's good to also look at other indicators to tell you what is happening. And also we're seeing MACD here. It's still just becoming bearish, but until it comes out, and you can see that it's below what the T line, the price action of uh, of Cabri. Let's quickly look at a day charts for Cabri. The day chart for Cabri is slightly above the T line on the day and looking bullish, but money flow on the day chart is already looking down. This you can see for yourself at this place now. You can see it here. Look at this point. You can see that the money flow is looking down. But MACD is also positive. You can see where it's crossed, and also this for a day chart. For me, you have to watch because let's see the Q1 number of this company. That's why a good trader must want to combine fundamental and technicals when taking what investment decision. Quick one, let's look at what is happening in UPDC. I told you that the result that came from UPDC was outstanding. Let's look at what is happening in UPDC as we speak now. And I told you that you can see UPDC have UPDC company, also UPDC rate. You can see that is why I said this company is where you should look at, especially now that what experiencing inflation all over the world. And Nigeria also can see that for almost 3 months now, for January, February, March, our inflation has been ticking up, looking up. That we are in it for it now because of what is happening what in Ukraine, commodity price of is up, oil as far oil is up, all this cost will also impact everything transportation. That means inflation will remain up, come down here because of insecurity in Nigeria. Many of our farmers are not in the farm. Price of goods will be up. On that note, we need to also know that inflation has come to stay with us. For that, you need to hedge against your portfolio by investing in this company. We able that to pass their high cost to their consumer, so that at the end of the day, they will post positive number. But for me, you can see UPDC is looking sweet on a day chart. You can see here above the T line already. You can see where it's going. You can see good volume coming with it, and also you can see it has become bullish on the MACD, and money flow is looking up above 50, crossing to 51. For me, top up for UPDC. Technically, it's sound good, and also fundamentally, it's becoming interesting. That means this is the kind of stock you should take, and the price is selling below 1 naira. I mean, this can give you 50% with ease. Touching 1 naira 50 kobo from this price is a good thing to look at. For me, these are the things we should look at, especially this is the beginning of a new financial year. That means the second quarter will expect this, third quarter before they get to the full year. But from there, you can make good money. This is how to trade within your chart. Let's quickly look at the 1 hour chart for UPDC. I'll tell you, you can see it again. That's why I said every one of you in this class will become an expert in using your chart. You can see what is happening here. It's above the T line with a strong bullish candlestick. This is in a green band, very strong. You can see volume. You can see that it's bullish here. And money flow is up. I'll tell you, technically, this stock is very okay. On a day chart, on an hour chart, very good. Then quick one, let's look at what is happening in Guinness. But you know that in Guinness, I won't comment just to show the chart as a trader or investor so that I can look at it. But I won't comment anything on Guinness. Please don't be offended. It's mine. It's mine. I don't comment on all those alcohol related companies, but I will just give you the chart for you to see. But I won't tell you to buy or to sell. My tradition, you know that. But just because it's among the top gainers for today, I need to tell you what is happening in Guinness, Nigeria. Look at the chart yourself from where you are sitting down, when you are watching or when you are listening. To see what is happening in Guinness, then you cannot take your decision what to do. Yeah. Yes, you can see now on there, it's not looking bad on 1 hour chart. You can see, but you can see it has gone up and come down. You can see where it's coming on the 1 hour chart. It tells you that this trend is becoming weak because as we speak, on 1 hour chart, MACD is already bearish. You have to also watch it. But money flow index is still strong above 70 to read the 74.78, which is good. But let's look at the day chart for Guinness. Guinness on the chart is also strong. Yeah. Pick one. Let's go to UACN. Let's look at UACN. Yes, UACN Nigeria PLC. This Nigeria PLC. Yes, you see that it just